I'm back. It's been like 2 weeks or something since I uploaded that plans video, and I figured I'm gonna give an update on how it's been going. All those things I said I would do are panning out. And the short answer is, I guess the short and long answer is, uh, not much has happened. Mainly because like day after or the second day after I uploaded that video, the 3D printer broke. So yeah. So I had to wait till like the next weekend when I had some free time to actually get around to seriously diagnosing the issue with it. And it turns out that the gears in the the extrusion drive, uh, the filament was slipping because the gears in these drives are plastic, or at least the ones that grip the filament are. Because there's like these metal ones that, like, this gear is from like the motor or whatever that spins these gears or something. There's like a bearing that goes on this end and whatever. But there's these metal ones, but then there's these plastic ones underneath it. Those are the ones that actually grip the filament and pull it through. And so they weren't doing their job, and the filament was slipping. So I had to wait until the next weekend to actually get around and diagnose the problem. So 1 week is wasted, and then I actually have to wait until to their placements to come through. So I did get a whole new, like, a little extrusion assembly or whatever you want to call this, a whole new this. Plus, in this one, I also got some aftermarket gears that instead of plastic are metal. So this will, with the metal gear, is going to be the backup in case the new one of these eventually wears out and fails for whatever reason. So basically, like a week and a half to 2 weeks, this printer was basically offline and not printing anything. So I'm like 2 weeks behind, and I'm gonna upload this video the same day I'm recording it. And I got the printer up and running yesterday. So if you go like, okay, he uploaded the progress, the update video, or the plans video, whatever day it was, or like the third or something, and you do the math, it's like, okay, like the next day or the day after that failed, and like this video is uploaded today, and you got the printer up and running yesterday. That's how long it's been offline. Um, so it's been a while uh, with that situation, which means that no progress was made for that long. But eventually, yesterday I did get it up and running, and I did print more shelves, and I printed enough to justify hanging up the whole first row. So we can kind of see how it looks. Obviously, there's still those back panels that are going to fill in the space that are going to be printed separately that have to be printed as well. But like I said in the plan video, I'm going to print the actual shelves first. So I still have like 9 for this wall, like 13 more for this wall, so like 22. Plus, I could add another column if I really wanted to, so that might be like 26 more shelves that I need to print. So we're still quite a bit ways away from having that be done, but we are approaching the point where pretty soon I'm gonna have these shelves printed, but nothing to put on them, or at least like none of these, like, souvenir things from trips, like plushies or keychains or whatever. And I will actually have the shelf space. Like I said, I wanted to build all these nano block sets that I got from these trips, plus some other Lego sets that I just already have, uh, that I didn't build because I have nowhere to put them. But I'm gonna start having room to put them now, finally. So we are approaching that point where I will be doing streams uh, to actually build these things on stream and then put them on the shelves, because I will have the shelf space finally. But we are running behind schedule, obviously, because the printer, like I said, broke for 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, other than that, it's just a short little update video. It might take a little bit while longer than even if you shift the time frame over with the 2 week downtime for the printer, because there's also one other issue with it, and that is and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be printing a lot. I need a lot of filament, and I got filament comes in 3 different, or at least the like most common colors of filament, mainly black and white. Come in 3 sizes. All the other colors come in 2 sizes, except for like the really obscure ones. But you can get like 1 pound, 2 pound, or 3 pound spools. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be printing a lot. I'm gonna get 3 pound spools. That was a mistake. They don't fit on the spool holder because they're wider. I thought they would just be taller, but no, they're wider, and they're too wide to fit on the spool holder. So I actually had to take old 1 pound spools, which are smaller, and wind the filament from the 3 pound spool onto the 1 pound spool, and then put them, then use them for printing. But obviously, it's tensioned. After being on that different size spool, it's kind of, the material kind of has a memory of that shape. So on the smaller spool, it's kind of straining under like whatever tension or something. So it has a habit of snapping after a couple hours. So every few hours, the print will stop. The printer will stop, so it'll see, hey, the filament isn't being pulled through. So there's a sensor at the beginning of the filament tube, where like the filament first goes through, and it goes, hey, there's no filament coming. I'm gonna stop the print right now before I run out of filament. You have to refill it. So yeah, every so often the print will just stop, and I have to go and get it going again by inserting the filament back into the printer. So it's going to take a little bit more time, but it also means that the thing that I said I would do in the plan video was these panels, like the larger prints, like these panels, they take like the shelves themselves take like 4 hours. These panels, I think, are going to take like 7 hours or something. So like basically, it'd be full day of work. I can leave the printer going, and like within almost the entire full day of work it'll take to print the panel. So I won't waste time. I can just have the printer going and doing that while I'm at work. So it'll basically use up the entire time when I'm not here to print it. Because obviously, if I print the shelf and it finishes after 4 hours, I'm not gonna be back for another 5 or 6 hours. Then it's just gonna be sitting there doing nothing. So obviously, the larger print is better for that. But I can't do that anymore, because at least not right now, with this filament that I have to wind from one spool to another, because it's going to snap and the print's just going to sit there, mid progress, mid print for who knows how long. It could be 7 hours, could be 5 hours, could break after 30 minutes after I leave. I don't know. So I can't do that. That's also going to slow me down. But that's going to be very easily resolved once I run through the filament that I got on these larger spools, and I go back to just going with the 1 pound spools, which I don't know if I'm actually gonna. I think I have enough filament to actually last for this project, unfortunately, I guess, from these 3 pound spools. So there's that. So who knows how that's gonna go, but that will be a factor that kind of slows it down too. So unfortunately, the pacing of this is not living up to what I had originally envisioned in that 2026 plan video. And it also does impact the schedule of like, I want to get back into content creation. It's slowing down the schedule quite a bit, obviously, and it's going to get slowed down probably a little bit more even now, just because of that issue. I didn't think of it until now, actually. But yeah, this kind of just a little update video on how that's been going and where it's going to hopefully keep going, and kind of what the new time frame is on all of this. So I think that's everything, and that's going to be that's the video.